few years ago I used to work with a theatre company for a while here in the UK, based in Sheffield, a company called Force Entertainment, and the project that I did with them was a show called Some Confusions in the Law About Love. It was quite good actually, it was quite enjoyable. But the theme of this particular show was, well, as you might guess, it was kind of themed around ideas to do with love and death, and I suppose the relationships between love and death. And part of it, there was a number of things happening, it would take too long to explain, but parts of it were a series of tellings of ideas about what love was. And these tellings were narrated by two showgirls. And one of those tellings was about Plato's understanding of love, or one of his versions of what love was, from the Symposium. And the story is that we come into this world as divided beings, or rather, before we came into this world, we were whole beings, kind of with 4 arms and 4 legs and 2 heads, and we're divided down the middle and then thrown into this world. And we spend all of our time on this world scurrying around looking for our other half. And when we find it, and that scurrying around is desire. And when we find the other half of ourselves, that meeting of minds and bodies is love, romantic love. And for Plato, that didn't necessarily mean male-female love. It could be the love between 2 men or 2 women, but it was the finding of one's other half. And in fact, that idea still kind of haunts some of the language, I think, not in a thoroughly thought out way, but when we kind of colloquially refer to our spouse or our partner as our other half, that's part of that. Or that really cheesy phrase that I've heard said about someone's partner, they say she completes me or he completes me. It's part of that same kind of mythology, really, this idea that you come into this world divided and you seek love because you seek completion to oneself. And it's a nice idea, I think, really. I mean, I don't think it's real in any meaningful sense, but it's a nice idea. But I'm just thinking, what about or what would happen really if we extended that idea or combined that idea with a bunch of other ideas to do with being thrown into the world and being separate and feeling, maybe not feeling incomplete, just feeling normal, but feeling normal actually being incomplete. Maybe the thing that we're scurrying around looking for isn't our other half, isn't a romantic partner, but is it's kind of the world itself, really, because we are in this odd divided state of being divided from the world and isolated from it in a weird way, kind of thrown out of the garden of the world and into the box of bone of our own bodies, thrown into our own brains, thrown behind the wheel of a large automobile, careering along a path that seemed to exist before we joined it, and we're not quite sure how we got here, and we're not quite sure how to work this. But here we are, just trying to get by, really, and I say constantly trying to find ways to complete the picture. I suppose the picture completes itself, really, when we collide with our final destiny and die. It's not so much that the world comes into us. I guess at that point we dissolve and disappear into the world, physically and figuratively. Behind the wheel of a large automobile. My God, what have I done?